Okay, today we're going to look at rounding to decimals to the nearest whole number. So, why do we bother rounding? Well, we round because it makes it easier to talk about and to understand numbers. And we also use rounding to estimate answers or to explain how near a number is to another number. So if I'm looking at the number 7.38, I'm going to think, how can I round this to the nearest whole number? Now remember, the whole number is the number that appears before the decimal point. So I'm looking to round it to the nearest whole number. So in order to start, I'm going to use a number line to visualise where 7.38 appears on the number line. And I know that it's between 7 and it's between 8. So it's between 7 and 8. And if I were to write 7.38 on the number line, this is where it would go. I've got 7.1, 7.2, 7.3, and here's 7.38, just below 7.4. If I then look at the value of the tenth digit, it's a 3. Now what do I know about rounding? Well, I know that when the digit is 4 or below, I'm going to round the number down, and if it's 5 or above, I'm going to round it up. So in decimals, if it's 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 or 0.4, I'm going to round it down. And if it's 0.5, 6, 7, 8 or 9, I will round the number up. So 7.38 is below 0.4, it's below 7.4, so I'm going to round it down. So I will round it down to 7. 7.38 rounded to the nearest whole number is 7. And if I look at it on the number line, I'll see that it is indeed closer to 7 rather than 8. So 7.38 rounded to the nearest whole number is 7. Let's look at another one together. This time I'm going to look at 12.76. So think about how I'm going to start, how I can round it to the nearest whole number. Yeah, you've got it. I'm going to put on a number line and I'm going to see where it would appear on my number line. Here's 12 and here's 13. 12.1, 12.2, 12.3, 12.4, 12.5, 12.6, 12.7 and 12.76 is just below 12.8. Now, if I'm looking at the number line, I can see straight away which whole number it's nearest to. It's nearest to 13, isn't it? But let's think about what this means in maths. Well, if I look at my 10th digit, it's 7. Now, what does that tell us? It tells us that I need to round the number up to the next whole number because 7 is more than 4. 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, all round down. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 would round up. And this is 0.7. So I'm going to round the whole number up to the next whole number. The 12.76 rounded to the nearest whole number is 13. Let's do one more together before we get on with our independent learning today. So this time 25.58, let's start again by drawing our number line. This time I'm going to start my number line from 25, the whole number, and the next whole number, which is 26. And on my number line, I'm going to put 25.58. 25.1, 25.2, 25.3, 25.4, 25.1, 25.2, 25.3, 25.4, 25.5, and here's 25.58, just below 25.6. Now this one's quite tricky because when I look at it on the number line, it almost looks as though it's halfway between the two numbers. But if I look at the value of the 10th digit, it's 5. And I know that if the digit is 5, I'm going to round the number up. There's a reminder with our decimals. So 25.58, when rounded up to the next whole number, would be 26. Okay, now it's time for you to have a go in your maths books at rounding to the nearest whole number. Good luck!